Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We will read from chapter 4 of the Bhajana Rahasaya. Chaturthyam Sadhan. Bhajan at midday. Gum karoti vachalam pangum langayate girim yat kripa tamam bande Shri Gurum Din Tarinam Paramananda Madhvam Shri Chaitanyeshwaram Hari Om Tasvat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Ruchi Bhajan, taste for Bhajan. One who chants the holy names has no desire other than unalloyed devotion to Krishna. This is confirmed in the Shikshashtak, verse 4 as follows. Na dhanam na janam na sundarim kavitam va jagat isha kamaye mama janmani janmanishware bhavatad bhakti ahetuki tvai. O Lord of the universe, I do not desire material wealth, materialistic followers, a beautiful wife, or fruitive activities described in flowery language. All I want, life after life, is unmotivated devotional service to you. Home and paraphernalia, disciples, wealth in the form of animals and grains, wife, sons, servants, maidservants, relatives, fruitive activities described in the flowery words, and the beautiful women are all considered important objects in the material world. I, however, have no desire to obtain these things. O Krishna, I aspire only for your mercy in the form of pure devotion for you. The natural symptom of love is that a devotee who has love of Godhead thinks, I do not have even a scent of love for Krishna. According to Srimad Bhagavatam 3.9.6, materialistic wealth is an impediment to devotion. Tavad bhayam dravina deha surin nimittam shokah spreha paribhavo vipulascha lobha tavan mametya asad avagraha arti moolam yavan nate nagrihim abhayam pravranit lokah. O my Lord, the people of the world are embarrassed by all material anxieties. They are always afraid. They always try to protect wealth, body, and friends. They are filled with lamentation and unlawful desires, and they avariciously base their undertakings on the perishable conceptions of my and mine. As long as they do not take shelter of your safe lotus feet, they are full of such anxieties. Krishna is the Lord of Lords. By worshipping him, all the demigods are also simultaneously worshipped. As stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam 4.31.14, Yatha tarur moola nischenena tripyanti tat skandha bhujo pashakhaha prano paharach cha yathendriyanam tathaiv sarva haranam achyutejaya. As pouring water on the root of a tree energizes the trunk, branches and twigs, and as supplying food to the stomach enlivens the senses and limbs of the body, simply worshipping the Supreme Personality of Godhead through devotional service automatically satisfies the demigods who are parts of that Supreme Personality. The unalloyed devotees have no activity other than serving Krishna. In the Padam Puran it is said, Harir ev sadaradhyah sarva deveshvareshwarah itare brahma rudraya navagyayah kadachana. Hari or Krishna is the master of all demigods, and therefore he is always worshipable. But this does not mean that one should not offer respect to the demigods headed by Brahma and Shiva. Under the pretext of preaching, one should not initiate unqualified disciples simply to increase his numbers of the followers. It is said in the Srimad Bhagavatam 7.13.8, Na shishyan anubadhanita granthan neva bhyased bahun na vyakhyam upayunjita narambhan arabhet kvachit. A sannyasi must not present allurements of material benefits to gather many disciples, nor should he unnecessarily read many books non-devotional or give discourses as a means of livelihood. He must never attempt to increase material opulences unnecessarily One who has a taste for the holy name does not want such things. Unalloyed, uninterrupted devotional service is recommended in the Srimad Bhagavatam 1.2.14. Tasmad ekena manasa bhagwan satvatam patihe shrotavyah kirtitavyascha dhyayah pujaschcha nityada. Therefore, with one pointed attention, one should constantly hear about, glorify, remember and worship the personality of Godhead, who is the protector of the devotees. One should worship Krishna and always meditate on his names, form and attributes through the process of hearing and chanting with undivided attention. At the same time, one should try to destroy his anarthas. Then the creeper of devotion will quickly bear fruit. According to the Padma Puran, one should not be agitated by scarcity or loss of desired objects. Alabdhe va vinashte va bhakshya chadana sadhane aviklav matir bhutva harim eva dhiya smaret. The mind of one who has taken shelter for the holy name is undisturbed even if food and clothes are not easily obtained, or if they are not obtained but then lost. Leaving behind all material attachment, he takes complete shelter of Govinda. The procedure for giving up grief is explained in the Padma Puran. Shoka marsha dibhir bhaver akrantam yasya manasam katham tasya mukundasya sfurtihi sambhavana bhavet. Within the heart of one who is full of anger or pride or lamentation on the state of his wife or sons, there is no possibility of Krishna being manifest. One should accept only those things necessary for his devotional life as stated in the Naradiya Puran. Yavata syat swa nirvaha swikuryat tavad arthavet adhikye niyunnatayam cha chyavate paramarthaha. If the devotee accepts those things necessary for the maintenance of his life, it does not mean he is a sense enjoyer. The devotee neither accepts too much or too little, nor for that hampers his progress towards his goal. Symptoms of the development of unalloyed devotion are given in Srimad Bhagavatam 11.2.42. Bhakti pareshanubhavo viraktir anyatra chaisha trika ekakalah prapadya manasya yatha shnatah syus tushtihi pushtihi kshud apayo nu ghasam. Devotion, direct experience of the Supreme Lord, and detachment from other things, these three occur simultaneously for one who has taken shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, in the same way as pleasure, nourishment and relief from hunger comes from simultaneously and increasingly with each bite for a person engaged in eating. As one progresses in this way, he offers prayer similarly to that offered by Prahlad Maharaj in the Srimad Bhagavatam 7.9.39. Naitan manastava kathasu vikuntha natha sampriyate durit dushtam asadhu tivaram kamaturam harsha shok bhaya ishanartam tasmin katham tav gatim vimrishani dinah. My dear Lord of the Vaikuntha planets, there is no anxiety. My mind is extremely sinful and lusty, being sometimes so-called happiness and sometimes so-called distressed. My mind is full of lamentation and fear, and it always seeks more and more money. Thus it has become more polluted and is never satisfied in topics concerning you. I am therefore most fallen and poor. In such a status of life, how shall I be able to discuss your activities? O Krishna, how will I get attachment for topics concerning you? And how will I meditate on your pastimes? The Srimad Bhagavatam 7.9.40 explains how a living entity attracted to sense objects such as a form and taste is completely vanquished. Jivvaikato Chyuta Vikrashati Mavitripta Shishno Nyatas Tvag Udaram Shravanam Kutachit Grahano Nyatas tash chapaladrik kva cha karma shaktir bhavyah saptanya iva geha patim lunati. My dear Lord, O infallible one, my position is like that of a person who has many wives, all trying to attract him in their own way. For example, the tongue is attracted to palatable dishes, the genitals to sex with an attractive woman, and the sense of touch to contact with soft things. The belly, although filled, still wants to eat more. The ear, not attempting to hear about you, is generally attracted to useless talks. The sense of smell is attracted to yet another side. The restless eyes are attracted to scenes of sense gratification, and the active senses are attracted elsewhere. In this way, I am certainly embarrassed. O son of Nanda, in this state, how will I be able to remember your pastimes? The devotee prays to obtain this association of the Vrajvasis, as spoken by Lord Brahma in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.14.30. Tad astu me natha sabhuri labhago bhavetra vanyatra tu va tirascham yenaham ekopi bhavaj jananam bhutva nishve tav pad pallavam. My dear Lord, I therefore pray to be so fortunate that in this life as Lord Brahma, or in other life, wherever I take birth, I may be counted as one of your devotees. I pray that wherever I may be among the animal species, I can engage in devotional service to your lotus feet. O Lord, if I take birth in this land of Vrindavan or any other universe, or if I take birth as a bird or animal anywhere within your creation, my only desire is that I may be able to serve you in various ways in the association of your devotees. One should consider the four goals of life, dharma, arth, kam, and moksha, insignificant. Uddhav explains this in the Srimad Bhagavatam 3.4.15. Konva isha te pada saroj bhajam sudurlabho artheshu chaturashva apiha tathapi naham pravri nomi bhuman bhavat padambuja nishev vano sukha. O my Lord, devotees who engage in the transcendental loving service of your lotus feet have no difficulty in achieving anything within the realm of the four principles of religiosity, economic development, sense gratification, and liberation. But, O Great One, as far as I am concerned, I have preferred only to engage in the loving service of your lotus feet. One should try to develop pure unalloyed devotion as stated in the Bhagavatam 1.5.18. Tasyaiva hetoh prayateta kovido na labhyate yat brahmatam upariya adbhu talvadhyate dukhavad anayatad sukham kalena sarvatra gabhira ramhasa. Persons who are actually intelligent and philosophically inclined should endeavor only for that purposeful end which is not obtainable even by wandering from topmost planet Brahmalok down to the lowest planet Patal. As far as happiness derived from one's son's enjoyment is concerned, it can be obtained automatically in course of time, just as in course of time we obtain miseries even though we do not desire them. In these Srimad Bhagavatam 4.9.10, Dhruv Maharaj says that unalloyed devotional service makes the heart desire for liberation appear insignificant. Ya nivritis tanu bhritam tav pad padma dhyanad bhavaj jan katha shravanena vasyat sa brahmani swa mahimanya api nath ma bhuta kim tva antakasi lulitat patatam vimanat. My Lord, the transcendental bliss derived from meditating upon your lotus feet or hearing about your glories from pure devotees is so unlimited that it is far beyond the stage of Brahmanand, wherein one thinks himself merged in the impersonal Brahman as the one with the Supreme. Since Brahmanand is also defeated by the transcendental bliss derived from the devotion service, then what to speak of the temporary blissfulness of elevating oneself to the heavenly planets, which is ended by the separating sword of time. Although one may be elevated to the heavenly planets, he falls down in the due course of time. The glories of hearing the holy name from the mouth of a sadhu are described in Srimad Bhagavatam 4.20.24. Na kamaye nath tad apye aham kvachin na yatra yasmach charanam bhujashva mahatmantar hridayan mukha chito vidhatsva karanya yutam sa esha mevaraha. My Lord, I therefore do not wish to have the benediction of merging into your existence, a benediction in which there is no existence of the nectarian beverage of your lotus feet. I want benediction of at least 1,000,000 years, for thus I may be able to hear about the glories of Lord of your lotus feet from the mouths of your pure devotees. In the eyes of devotees, the heavenly planets, the planet of Brahma, sovereignty over the earth or the lower planets, and all attainments of the 8 and 6 verses 8 or 18 mystic perfections are all insignificant. This is confirmed in the following statement by Vritrasur in the Srimad Bhagavatam 6.11.25. Nanak prishtham nacha parameshtyam na sarvabhaumam na rasadhipatyam na yoga siddhir apunar bhavamma samanjasya tvar rahaya kankase. O my Lord, source of all opportunities, I do not desire to enjoy Dhruvlok, the heavenly planet, or the planet where Lord Brahma resides, nor do I want to be the superior ruler of the whole. I described in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Where was I? Yeah. I do not desire to master powers of mystic. I'll read again. O my Lord, source of all opportunities, I do not desire to enjoy a Dhruvlok, the heavenly planets, or the planet where Lord Brahma resides, nor do I want to be the supreme ruler of all the earthly planets or the lower planetary systems. I do not desire to be master of the powers of mystic yoga, nor do I want liberation if I have to give up your lotus feet. This is my sincere resolve. By taking shelter of the holy name, attachment develops. The symptoms of this attachment are described in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.29.34. Chittam sukhena bhavata paritam griheshu yan nirvishati utkarav api grihya kritye padau padam na chalatas tav pad mulad yamaha katham prijam atho. By taking shelter of the holy name, attachment develops. The symptoms of this attachment are described in the Srimad Bhagavatam 10.29.34. Chittam sukhena bhavata paritam griheshu yan nirvishati uta karav api grihya kritye Padau padam na chalastav padmulad yamah katham brajam atho karvam kimva. Until today our minds were absorbed in household affairs, but you easily stole both our minds and our hands away from our housework. Now our feet won't move one step from your lotus feet. How can we go back to Vraj? What would be we do there? In this condition, all good qualities and peacefulness manifests in the devotee. This is explained by Prahlad Maharaj in the Srimad Bhagavatam 5.18.12. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagvati akinchana sarvair gunes tatra samaste suraha harav abhaktasya kuto mahat guna manorathenasati dhavato bahi. All the demigods and their exalted qualities such as religion, knowledge and renunciation become manifest in the body of one who has developed unalloyed devotion for the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Vasudev. On the other hand, a person devoid of the devotional service and engaged in material activities has no good qualities, even if he is adept at the practice of mystic yoga or the honest endeavor of maintaining his family and relatives. He must be driven by his own mental speculations and must engage in the service of the Lord's external energy. How can there be any good qualities in such a person? According to Srimad Bhagavatam 4.11.30, the process of Bhakti Yoga completely destroys the false ego in the form of identifying the body with the self. Tvam pratyag atmani tada bhagavati ananta ananda matra upapanna samasta shaktau bhaktim vidhaya paramam sankair avidya granthim vibhetsyasi mamaham iti prarudham. Regaining your natural position and rendering service unto the Supreme Lord, who is the all-powerful reservoir of all pleasure and who lives in all living entities at super soul, you will very soon forget the illusory understanding of I and my. Again, the Srimad Bhagavatam 4.12, 22.39 says, Yat Pad Pankaj Palash Vilas Bhaktya Karmashayam Grahitam Udgrahatyanti Sanatana Tadvan Narikta Matyayo Yatayo Apirudha Gunas Tam Aranam Bhaja. Tadvan Narikta Matayo Yatayo Pirudha Shroto Ganas Tam Aranam Bhaja Vasudevam. The devotees who are always engaged in the service of the toes of the lotus feet of the Lord can very easily overcome hard-knotted desire for fruitive activities, because this is very difficult. The non-devotee, the jnanis and yogis, although trying to stop the waves of sense gratification, cannot do so. Therefore, you are advised to engage in the devotional service of Krishna, the son of Vasudeva. An introduction to Madhyahan Leela midday pastime is given in the Govinda Lilamrit. Madhyahane Nyona Samgodita Vivid Vikradi Bhusha Pramukdhav Vamyo Kantha Aitali Aililau Smara Makkaha Lalitadi Ali Narmapta Shatau Dolaran Yambu Vamsi Rati Madhu Panarka Pujadi Lilau Radha Krishnau Sat Rishnau Parijana Ghatya Seva Manav Smarami. I remember Radha and Krishna who enjoy each other's company at midday. They are both decorated with different types of ecstatic symptoms such as Asht, Satvik, and Vyabhichari. Their eyes show symptoms of opposition, then eagerness as they become unsteady in their loving affairs. They are pleased by the jokes of Lalita and Atash Sakhis and surrounded by these 8 friends. They become eager to engage in sports like swinging, roaming in the forest, playing in the water, hiding Krishna's flute, love-making, drinking honey, and worshipping the sun god. In this way, I meditate on Radha Krishna, who are served on all sides by their associates. Thus ends the Chaturthiyam sadhan of Sri Bhajana Rahasaya. Hare Tat Sat, Hare Krishna.